What's up YouTube? COD4Man221 here, and welcome back to another Company of Heroes 2 online replay. We are in Season 5, and we are playing as the Wehrmacht. We're playing with Nick, and then two randoms. So Nick is right here. There's his headquarters. And so let's talk about the strategy on Lenny Forest here. So I'm going to be helping my ally that's in yellow on the left side here to secure the town. We're going to secure the VP. Nick is going to focus on the center here, and the green player is going to be focusing on the right. The problem is our opponents are going to double Pell. You're going to have the orange player and the purple player going after Pell. Wow, that's going to be kind of nice. On my side, OMG, I think that's it. Yeah, OMG is his name. OMG and me are going to push into the town, and we should be able to take that. So Nick is kind of in the middle and can shift around to help if we need. But the other guy's going to oppose him in the middle. So yeah, we do have British, we do have Soviets. Do we have an American? Yeah, we do have an American. So with all the allies represented on this side. So the force is going to be the Americans against the OKW. I'm going to be fighting the Brits and the Soviets on the left side. We got some early action here. He's being smart by focusing down the rifleman, but he is under fire here. He definitely needs some troops up here because now he's outnumbered here. Now these rifles do have a little bit of fire here, but he's going to get outflanked now too. So these Riflemen are doing some damage, even though it's not very much. It's time to retreat here. He's going to push back. Look at this. They are pushing. Okay, we grabbed the all-important building here. We have many windows we can shoot out of here. And there's British troops that decide to run all the way up here and go after us. I'm trying to get my machine gun set up. I'm just trying to capture this point. If I lose a Pioneer, it's okay. Just shoots the machine gun fire into the house. And my ally here, oh, that's Nick right there. Either way, I have an all OKW team. I'm the only Wehrmacht, so my ally can actually not do any. Neither of these guys can throw incendiary grenades until they have headquarters built. And I like this skin here. I think it's the Halloween skin. It's got the teeth there. It is the new year, so. And I'm trying to bring where's my machine gun? I brought my machine gun to help Nick here in the center, just to help cover him in case they're pushing, but they're focused mainly on this side. So I have another machine gun now. I'm trying to help out my OKW ally, and I have Grenadiers coming up over here too. Mainly against this thing. This thing's pretty low health. I was really hoping I could take it out at some point here soon. Let's take a look on the right side of the map. I'm trying to show more of the match, not just show my particular area here. So our ally is doubled here. And we're going to talk to him and realistically don't say, dude, just shift to the middle. You know, we can fight for all sides here, but if we hold the victory points in the middle and the left side, we're fine. We don't need anything else. So, and I'm holding our fuel. Now, you can fight for their fuel. That's kind of different here. They have a lot of machine guns here now to help cover them. My machine gun is in some light cover. We have a lot of the men that are kind of exposed here. So I have my machine gun here. I'm trying to lure him. So if he comes too close and tries to outflank me with the flamethrower or something, I have these guys right here that can Panzerfaust him and hopefully take out his car there. Nick is going to try to outflank. They're making a Bofors here. That could be devastating. Yeah, his Storm Pioneer should be able to take that out. I am under attack here from Vickers. And he's going to use this like a flamethrower. I mean, the flamethrower, he's going to try to think it's a flamethrower tank. I got to be careful. I do not want to hop into here because that thing will trash. So it did some good work, did a lot of HP damage. These guys are still even pinned here. So I am also getting an MG upgrade here. I'm going to try to make this like a solid point here. And I think they need to nerf how far that flamethrower shoots. That's a little ridiculous. Like from right here, that's a pretty far position there. So I'm gonna fall back with my troops here. At least with my machine gun. At least, actually, I'm gonna keep them set up here briefly, just to kind of provide a double level of support here. Nick is pushing on this side, and green is also pushing again. Pell. It's good that he's in heavy cover. The flame grenade looked did a decent amount of damage over here. Anyway, by the way, I'm teching up to tech level 2 here. Our battle phase, escalating to battle phase 2. It's teching up, basically, let's be honest. But with that, Bofors clear, Nick is going to have to fall back. Anyway, on this side, I'm going to have to get some kind of artillery. What I really want to get is I want to get a half-track. And with this half-track, I can get the flamethrower and hopefully do a ton of damage. But we'll see how good. We'll see what happens when I get the half-track there. Nick's headquarters is not in a bad position whatsoever. It's close enough to the front line. It's behind some trees protected from artillery. So that is good. AT gun coming up to the center. My machine gun is still here to support Nick. It'd be kind of nice if he built me a little bit of sandbags, like right kind of here, so I could hit both ways. All is quiet. We now have 3 victory points. Our opponents are ticking down. The American player does have a nice 50 cal machine gun there. Brits are building their base. Their main push is going to be on the left side here. Now they're doing something that's really, it's annoying, but it's smart. They're going to, because my bunker's in the middle of the road here, and that building's going to catch on fire. He's doing attack ground near my bunker here, and he's not really getting any hits until he has someone spotted. So his units are going to move up, and he's going to be able to see me. And he's going to wipe out my headquarters. So it's really unfortunate. My goal is definitely to get rid of the flame half-track over here, or the flame Bren carrier. And yeah, they've stacked this with machine guns. This is actually a frequent tactic of people on this side. They'll put a machine gun in each one of these houses here. I think they need to balance out this town a little bit. Now I get to the doors right here. That makes sense, but it's kind of unfair to give the player 4 houses that can kind of control this one. On this side we have, this is a barn. No one actually turns their camera around. This is a barn. You can't shoot out of here, so people will garrison units in there mistaken. Thinking it's a mistake, and they'll. But we have one little house right here. I guess a little guardhouse right there, and we have this building over here, but it's not going to cover. It's not going to cover the same way the others do. So unfortunately, that mine hit the conscripts. On my half-track here, I'm going to upgrade it with flame projectiles and do some real damage. Left side here, machine guns holding down a lot of U.S. troops, actually. Brits are just building defenses. The Bofors is here. They're going to be taking back this side. It's 2-on-1. So I'm going to try to get behind this AT gun, which is going to turn. My guy gets a little distracted here. I get hit here and instantly lose most of my health here. His gun is not dying the way I wanted to, and I get killed, but it's going to kill his AT gun. So, Matt, that was a big waste of my half-track there. Between the machine gun there, I should have maneuvered and found a better way to use that, whether just going around the right side here or something. That AT gun ruined it, but the AT gun did get killed, so that was a mistake, and I was very upset at myself that I let that happen. So I'm definitely not a perfect player by any means. We also have a mortar that's now going to start shelling the middle, so we do have to be kind of careful. Anyway, this is very choke pointy on the right side of the map here. Choke pointy. There's a lot of choke points here between these two areas, so you can use that to his advantage to kind of protect. What is going on over here? Yes, we are getting destroyed by the mortar that killed half my squad, so I had to fall back. I still have these guys as my hidden position here, but we're going to need to kill these machine guns. They're very entrenched on this side here. And the bridge starts shifting over to the middle, and nice grenade there from them. This is not as good. I mean, it's tricky because it's good that they're separated, but a little far forward here. Thankfully, that thing decided to start shooting. Nick has Fallschirmjägers. This guy's moving in. Look, I was doing the perfect ambush here. Goodbye, son. Bam. Problem is he's Vetio, and look at that flame damage here. Just taking a lot of our health points away. Interesting. Crew repairs. I didn't even know. Is this veterancy allows them to do that?
Job done. Back in running order.
I didn't know. I never used Bren carriers or universal carriers. I guess in the upgrade it can become a Bren carrier. So yeah, we're in a little bit of trouble. I have my machine gun here, and is doing some damage. Trying to hold this victory point here. This guy's got to be very careful here. He's gonna be. Here's my opponent's thing. He says, "Okay, there's a machine gun there. I have a flamethrower. I should be fine." Check this out. Let's pause it for a second. I can see his flame thing right there, so I'm like, okay, this is gonna. He's gonna come around. He's gonna see my unit retreating. I'm gonna immediately switch to armor-piercing rounds and see it go out of fog. So we now have loaded. My gunner has loaded his armor-piercing rounds there. And goodbye, buddy. So playing smart like that, look at all the flames there. That was critical because I saw I was gonna come around, switching over there. My guy was able to reload because there's a pause in between. He's switching out his rounds. Awesome. So his annoying car's gone. Now I'm now floating some empires, trying to build some fuel caches, help out my allies. Because we have a Sherman over on this side. I didn't even really watch this side of the map at all. I was so focused on really fighting three guys over here. We have pink and red, and I guess no, purple and orange are still in the middle. So fighting 2-on-2 here. What's great is he's actually salvaging this wreck to get some fuel. We would need some kind of artillery. Like a Stukes boost would be excellent here. I'm not going to waste more fuel. It's 30 fuel for me to get another one of these half tracks, and knowing they have armor probably by now, it's just not worth it. A Panzer IV could do some real damage. So let's take a look at my doctrine here. I've gone for the Joint Operations Doctrine, mainly for artillery and the PaK 43. So we'll see both those guns out today. I'll show you kind of how I use them. So he's in a little bit of trouble over here. I would have laid down a number of mines here in the choke points and then just try to shift middle. Their center is very exposed. One thing that Nick could have done is he could have been pushing forward, going after the field, and easing up a little bit of pressure on us. Now these guys cannot get in the house here. He maybe thought he could, but that's just not knowing the map. The only doors are on this side. So there's some artillery coming down the half tracks over here that can actually suppress units, but thankfully can no longer reinforce. Artillery is coming down. Nick has a Centaur. That could have wiped out my whole squad. Nick has a Centaur he has to worry about here. Meanwhile, I can grab a Panzer IV, which I'm going to do very shortly. This is a poor placement of an 8. That's just... Okay, look at Nick's placement here. It's not the best because it's in the middle of the open, but you need it to cover something. But his gun is just ready to face right in front of him. The gun has to turn to face, and it's in range of this mortar, pretty much. Nice grenade from Nick here. We're now starting to lose. They have a victory point on that side. He's got to be careful here. If my incendiary armor-piercing rounds are ready, I would have used that on this thing and wiped it out. But there's a reload timer cooldown. So I'm telling Nick, he's playing very smart with the Centaur. He's not coming up too far forward to get Panzerfausted and destroyed. So my Panzer IV is going to rush up to the battle lines here, and I'm kind of letting Yellow deal with this. I'm on a machine gun here to help support him, but he's got to take that. I got to help Nick in the center. And I'm always testing my opponent's micro, so they're going to throw a grenade here and actually almost wipe out my squad. So I'm firing a rifle grenade. If he moves, I know he's paying attention. He does not, and that almost wipes out his full squad there. So I wish you could run over this train car here. And alright, Panzerfausted him. That was a great timing for that, but he should have lost that right there. Look how close he is to losing it. I don't know why I can't run over the train car here. We do have a tank here, but we're not going to push up too far because right now we have tanks running over the sides here. They're going after my guy here. Look, there's a T-34. I'm very surprised. T-34s usually lose to Panzer IVs here. So now there's 2 enemy armor to our 1. My ally has no armor whatsoever. Let's have some AT guns. I'm floating manpower now. I'm trying to stop that, building some fuel caches to help out. So I fired a shot. My shell bounced off again, did no damage to him. It's quite frustrating, actually. You know what? I'm very close to getting a artillery piece, so I kind of saving up some manpower for that. But I am building my own pack. One of the small ones, after all. This guy at pack 40. So because of the defensive nature of our opponents here, just by garrisoning those major buildings there, they're actually losing units to artillery. And we're still holding the victory point. Now some would say the victory point's unfair because of it's more on our side than their side. And I guess it's the point about maybe rebalancing the town. Because we really do have an easy building to garrison to guard the victory point. But then again, anything can be destroyed and that's a building. I'm getting my tank repaired. I want it full health. I don't know what the heck's out here, so. Overall, mortar's done some good damage to Nick in the center here, but we're still managing to hold. Nick is now pounding him with light artillery barrage. Pat, it looks like a coordinated effort. 3 infantry support guns going after him right here. He's going to brace his structure. No units can repair this currently. He does have a 5-man squad back there. These units with double Brens in the center are very deadly with their heavy placement behind the heavy cover there. And that is so close to being dead here. They're moving up with the Panther. This is a mistake. I'm moving up to try to support him. But there's a lot of tanks over here. Including a guy with rockets. It's just gonna do some real damage to this centaur here, especially with Nick's tank back there. So it's actually not a bad engagement. The problem is I literally got wrecked because of the tanks outflanking, and I tried to pull back, but it wasn't enough here. I'm letting him know. I'm saying, like, get back, dude, because there's an AT gun over here also. So this is going to be devastating for us. We're going to lose our tanks here. Nick got away with his somehow, but for the price of a Cromwell to lose that, and their tanks are very just damaged here, so I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm going to actually move up my pack 4 to try to snipe this T-34 if I can. He's also using Soviet industry tactics or something. I think that's Soviet industry tactics. They change this around a lot, which I kind of don't like. But it gives you a repair station, so that's kind of nice. I was going to pull forward, but with these guys with the Brens here, I'm like, it's not worth it here. Anyway, all my men are just shooting at him. He's in the street here. And then these guys also have SMGs here, so he's not gonna do well here in this engagement. Unfortunately, T-34 got repaired rather quickly there. His units first fall back on my Vet 2 machine gun here. I'm gonna start sniping at his SU. And the repair guys are getting wiped out by our allies. Light artillery, actually by his support guns. The Soviets are very close to losing a lot of their vehicles, and it's quite frustrating. Anyway, what I've done is I actually teched them. I have 1,000 manpower, and I can actually build these guns here. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see. I'm going to build my first gun right here. It's a safe location. Try to go forward. So I'm going to try to sneak out with my Grenadiers and maybe get a shot at this guy. So take a look at this artillery. I call my own light artillery here just to disrupt their tanks here. And I'm going to snipe him here. And I try to get back. This is a Vet 1 squad, but unfortunately there's too much. So I did wipe out an SU, so I think that was actually a worthwhile engagement here. The blobs against the tanks are not going to do well, especially with how good they are at countering. I mean, Nick has taken some fire from their base there. That's what all those craters are in the ground. Meanwhile, on this side, Our ally is trying, but it's a hard fight against 2 players here. He didn't listen to our advice to shift over. And now, Order's infantry is going to outflank Nick. And we're in real trouble right here because they're advancing with their tanks. However, I managed to hit his tank here, and he's in real trouble. His Firefly should go down there, and has no health whatsoever. Thankfully, they're being suppressed, those engineers, by my units here. So that's out of control. I'm going to fall back with my Vet 2 squad. It's done great work so far. I'm going to get my Panzer Grenadiers to get some Panzer Shreks to self-defend. Artillery is up. Let's see where my first target's going to be. I'm going to shift to the left here. And I think... I love watching my... these artillery are absolutely excellent. I believe I'm going to hit this building right here. Major structural damage to that building here. Next shot's coming in. Narrow miss. Miss again. Collapse that building, kill the British squad in there. At the same time though, the Stormvik is coming, so I have to retreat with my units here. Stormviks will absolutely rip up your units. Thankfully though, these things are sniping away at them. So, nice 2 kills there. There's only half a squad left in there, but it still died. Because of my light artillery, it did destroy the repair position, the repair post right there. This guy has to get back. I wonder what level he was. Let's see. Compared to me, he's played more than me. I don't do any of those comp matches, those computer matches though. Heavy artillery is coming in against Nick here. So I'm loading some manpower. I'm saving up here for a pack, and this will help kind of protect Nick in the center here from tanks advancing. The problem is our opponents are going to begin to mass artillery, and Nick is going to be the target of that artillery. I don't even know. What's my guy? My guy has 240 fuel. He really needs to get a Panther out my ally LMG. So we are going to try to take this guy out here. Rear armor is hit. That's got destroyed. So the British are definitely losing some artillery here. I mean, not some tanks, jeez. Not artillery. We have a massive Soviet T-34s, which honestly, if they pushed them right now, they could do it. Well, yeah, they could do a reasonable amount of damage. My artillery is temporarily dormant. I'm trying to find new targets. Actually, folks, I need 500, and I can build this. So I now have 500, so I can build that pack to help out. And this will snipe any enemy tanks that will come into the center here. The problem is with these kind of artillery things, they're very expensive, and the enemy will often try to just find them and call some artillery down. I think I'm actually hitting his base right here. Oh, that was a great shot. So here's what happened. I'm trying to hit this artillery, and because of the scatter shot, I actually was doing a ton of damage to this guy's own thing here. So 10 kills right there. Pretty impressed with that. And I managed to wipe out... Oh, it's just destroyed engine. Yeah, I did manage to at least... I thought I destroyed a priest, but... There we go. Oh, nice. Oh, I love this artillery gun. And Vet 2 already. 16 kills. Wiping out the British as they retreat here. So I really actually destroyed a lot of his stuff there. So, you know, we have professional, we have real artillery here. I have my pack and my machine gun to guard here. I thought about putting a pack right here, but it's just not worth it. They can easily outflank it. In the center, not the case. I gotta shift over and kind of help protect this left side here. Now, when you take your guy off of free fire target vehicle only, your guy generally does not shoot at infantry. Nice, get my Panther stuck with this. Artillery's now raining down Nick. They have multiple priests here. So they have one priest here. They're gonna grab some more. That's the U.S. player's gonna focus on. He has some Shermans over here. So Yeah, the right side's just not as interesting. Like, it's kind of more of a stalemate. Big acts happening. We're still holding the VPs, though. That Bofors is going to be a real problem, though. Thankfully, it's been hurt pretty badly. Vet 3 Grenadiers, I would love to get them the MG upgrade, which we're doing right now. He's a Jagdtiger, so he's saved up. I'd love a repair on my vehicle, but I have engineers coming over, pioneers. So no kills so far. Hasn't even hit any targets yet because he doesn't have any experience. But Nick has 2 infantry support guns firing away at the Bofors. Pretty good countering British emplacements. Especially a very aggressive placement of the Bofors right there. So I just did a recon run. I can see all my where all my opponents are. Artillery's gonna go down. I didn't see the Katyushas in my artillery run. Let's see where this ends up. I think I'm gonna be taking out this building right here. So there goes a squad. Never put units in a building that's that low. I was actually targeting this area right here, and there we go. Wipe that out. So 25 kills so far. Wow. Soviet Air Force is getting shot down. It is doing some damage, though. We have the... So I have a Panther. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to grab an Oswin at some point here to counter the aircraft in the sky. This has been destroyed, that forward headquarters placement. And he's got to be careful. If you're the Soviets with T-34s, you're not going to win unless you outmaneuver this thing. If you're going to let this thing snipe you, the Jagdtiger... Jeez, look at that. They're taking down buildings, too. So my range, unfortunately, is just to right here. So I'm far enough back that I don't want to be too close to his place, but I am actually a little close. Nick is really suffering. On this side, though, looks like they're making some progress here. Problem is, it's 2 versus 1. What is he doing with his crew there? Yeah, I basically wiped out the British infantry earlier there. That was great use of the artillery. Vet 3 now 25 kills. Once you have the recon you can put with it, it's excellent. Which is why it's in the doctrine. Katyushas are going to start bombarding us over here. I'm trying to go for it. If I retreat, I'll die. But I'm going to have to retreat anyway. I think we retreated this way. Yeah, this town is getting wrecked. They didn't manage. My machine gun has 7 kills, 1 vehicle, 6 infantry. Look at that. Those are priests firing away. We have 2 of them. Between the priests and the 2 Katyushas, they have a ton of artillery that's going after Nick here. I'm trying to reinforce what I can. I'm very afraid they're going to target. Well, they just wiped out that squad there. So we're in real trouble. I'm trying to repair Nick's headquarters. This is the more expensive one to replace. This one's only like 20 fuel. So I'm trying to do some repairs here. I push in, go right after this stupid, this half-dragon that's been suppressing and killing quite a lot of men. Now they're very low health here. They're getting sniped. I'm going forward, kind of spotting for my Jagdtiger amigo here. So I'm gonna retreat. That guy decided to come this way for some reason, wiped out a T-34, so pretty successful. He does have a mass of these. He had 4 of those, well, 3 T-34s, now he only has 2. So that was a good way to take out the light vehicles there. So our opponents are in, they're now putting up even more artillery. I kind of forgot to keep checking on this so I could fire. But the Oswin's right here to guard from any kind of infantry. There you go, and I'm helping trying to repair Nick's headquarters here. Really trying to keep these things alive here. That's very important whether you're repairing or not. It takes priority over his tank actually. I've built his next headquarters like over here behind the trees. The trees will absorb a lot of this. This is like a hedgerow almost. This will absorb a lot of artillery. Yeah, I don't remember the trees being as strong here, but this looks like a much thicker group here. I see artillery incoming, and this is my time to leave. Nothing we can do. I could risk losing 8 pioneers here if I'm not careful. Like that. Like losing 7, I should have left. So I figure why is why is base getting still here? I should reinforce quickly, which I'm doing. Just well, I can't even, my reinforcements are just dying as they come out of this building here. So between the Katusha and the priest, they're blowing destroying Nick's headquarters here. And Nick looks say, thanks for all the attention. Meanwhile, we push forward here. I did lose my grenadier. I did lose the squad there. We're pushing forward here. Very nice. Yog Tiger's been able to snipe their armor, basically. But look what they have here. They have a KB-2. That could be quite deadly later on. You know, he has got to fall back. We've definitely... The forward position has been taken out from our opponents here. And my artillery gun is kind of dormant. I did manage to take... I'm focusing on the emplacements here, so... Firing again. I'm actually trying to take out Katyushas, I think. Maybe I don't even know if they were there, but one good hit on one of these trucks here, and there we go. So I did manage to take out a Katyusha here, which is really great. I don't know why he's not moving. He saw like 7 shots miss. So one Katyusha's down. I'm actually doing a pretty good job with the 2 vehicles destroyed here. With a lot, killed a priest with this, killed multiple emplacements, lots of units, buildings. Now, in a new recon run, I will see this where his base is. That'll be one of my targets here. So we just have our tanks here. We don't really have any infantry. I brought my Osman over to help kind of counter aircraft. And Nick is screwed in the middle. Like we've lost the middle. We're in real trouble here. Another Bofors here. They have the mortar to start taking out units. And I'm trying to repair here, and I'm just like, it's not worth it. It's gone. Time to fall back. Now these guys are perfectly capable of destroying my pack here. So he has his infantry up here. He keeps making advances, so he's keeping them on guard here, taking out support guns. And he's using the Yog Tiger. It's supposed to be a sniper. It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to charge him like a tank. Unfortunately, the British are going to start pushing in. I'm going to have to try to help guard the right flank here again. If he had just stood and fight, he probably, maybe could have won this. I'm not sure. Let's take unnecessary casualties with no health even in return here. A grenade comes out here. That's very unfortunate. That wiped out both my units here, but with that artillery help, I should be able to almost wipe out that squad. So my opponents found me with a recon plane and are now hitting my artillery with everything they have. The priests are firing away. And I'm very sad right now. This artillery, 30 kills, 27 buildings, 27 infantry kills, 2 vehicle kills, and 1 building. So it's a good artillery. I'm like, okay, great. It's abandoned. I can reman this probably. But I cannot compete with the amount of artillery our opponents have. So unfortunately I couldn't reman it. It was died. Because of the priest spam. Just 2 priests actually. And it's like an AT like graveyard over here. Running out of infantry to help take this. I have a machine gun in this house to cover. The good news is though, green is advancing. I swore I called some artillery and destroyed this. Maybe the replay was glitched or something. My Osman's almost dead. I managed to get out of here because of the AT and the unit over there. So my ally can take back this point. He has the infantry, which is good. I thought I targeted this area right here. You know, maybe green gets close enough and I don't know. Maybe I was thinking of this, but I remember seeing his thing right here, calling artillery down. So we're now hurting. We have 300 victory points. They have plenty. I have AT units ready. Yeah, it's really looking bad for us. We just seem to be unable to hold that center there. And I have plenty of fuel. I could get definitely a... I see the manpower. I get another Panther. That would be pretty good. So Nick's trying to hold us with Fallschirmjägers. The British spam and the artillery is just... I mean, it's good that... We'll see if the forest gets destroyed here or not. Yeah, the amount of... Let's bring over my tank here also. Just like unbelievable that Nick lost 3 headquarters there. Anyway, these guys are calling more artillery there. I got my Austin. I'm going to have to move that. I appreciate his repairs there. I wonder if I can we look up. Well, that's a little laggy when you do that, but there's the aircraft there. Stormviks. Now, this is their all-out attack. They want to finish us off. Keeping my Pack 43 here. It's going to start seeing targets here and start firing. Huge damage to that. The Osman is shooting down their air support. Nice flank by this guy here. So that's 1 plane down. They only have 1 plane on the attack now. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to destroy this, so I wasn't too upset. Oh, yes. Okay. So what I did was I flanked around, destroyed the barbed wire, went after where the repair was, and I killed our ambulance here. This is critical because as these retreating units, they cannot reinforce here with the King Tiger out. So it's gonna shift the battle here on this side. My units are moving in. I'm trying to kill this guy here. I'm kind of upset I couldn't, so I'm throwing a grenade down. Didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. I know, I'm doing heavy damage to all his vehicles here, but I have to fall back. Because they're both Vet 3. I'm going to get chased by a T-34. I don't know why you'd fight this battle. Rear armor exposed. He's bouncing off. I got to turn my tank a little bit, not have the not have this armor exposed like this. He's seeing the side a little bit. I'm going to move forward. And I'm surprised this T-34 is actually just piercing my armor there. I'm going to have to blitz out of here. I don't want to have this fight here, but I should get 1 shot off and take him out, so great. Anyway, we're starting to... We have our own artillery that's devastating our opponents. I don't know whose artillery that was. Oh yeah, by the way, my guy's sniping vehicles, so that took out his KV. OMG has assault artillery, and that's the big one there, so... But yeah, so we have 1 vehicle killed there, but we have 1 damage there. And we have our own artillery here. Stugas Hus is coming out. We've taken the right side because of that delay of not having an ambulance there. And his infantry wants to go. I'll gladly fight these guys here. The trees can't protect them. The Osman is anti-air, anti-infantry. So 2nd Panther out. First one achieved its mission there. And now our opponents have less than 100 points, and they've been decimated. They have a little bit of tanks left, but we've now taken the points. King Tigers are out here. Panther out, doing heavy damage to the American. I do think it was critical at that point in the battle. We need to come back and reinforce, and the ambulance was destroyed. And King Tiger, I would go in. I would not be afraid of these units here. There's no AT in sight. And if they get any tanks close to the middle, my pack can take them out. So I'm surprised my pack lived. Yeah, this is Nick. Nick's doing a good job repairing. So we have nothing on the left side here. We were really able to... it's good for our ally on the right side, the green player, to stick in and hold it for as long as he did. And then with a little bit of help, he was able to achieve. Also, the orange player shifted to the center, so it was more 1 versus 1. And even if they take this point here, which they could, we now have the right side firmly locked down with a Vet 3 Panther and a King Tiger. It's gonna take a big effort to get his units there. So far, Katyushas, because Nick loves getting hit with artillery. Look at the gun here. I mean, look at the ground. You see this nice fake green grass, and like it's. I guess their side has a fair amount of it too. Anyway, I'm pushing on my Panthers. You can see how the guy that is on free fire, this gunner is not shooting this top gunner, so you want to take him onto free fire when you're trying to kill infantry with Panthers. So he pulls up with his tanks here, and I'm on my own anti-tank squads hunting for their tanks. At that point, they decide to surrender. Good game to our opponents. It was a fun match. You can see they were all, one guy was negative, they were all positive. So we were taking some real loss here, the OKW players, especially Nick there. Wow. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Just remember, when you play a match, try not to spam artillery. It's kind of annoying, and it will eventually get you killed. See you guys in the next match. Copper my 221 sign off.